Let's head to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Yeah, I'm calling from Rochester, New York. I just saw 12-5. Really? With that schedule we have to play this year, I will be lucky we win 5 games. I heard of a thing that people were talking. Last year we were a snake in the grass. We snuck up on people. This year, I think they're saying we're a Ferrari. You guys are saying we're Super Bowl ready. Only problem is, guy, we've got square wheels, and the square wheels is our coach. I don't think we're going anywhere with that. I hope we do, but I doubt it. Okay, guys, take care.
As always, appreciate all the voicemails. Jared, that would be one of our callers from Rochester, and I would recommend Kevin Stefanski not run for mayor of Rochester. That's just some advice. I don't know. I don't even know where to begin with that. 12 wins will be a little tough. I think anybody winning 12 games in this division will be a little bit tough. 5 games is ridiculous. They won 11 with 4 different quarterbacks. And you can say what you want about Joe Flacco. They would have won 11 games, maybe more, with Deshaun Watson.
And I think that's just the reality with Stefanski is if you don't think he's a good coach, you're not going to think he's a good coach, right? The NFL has twice said he's the best coach. He did the best job with 5 different starting quarterbacks last year because, yeah, we got to count the Bengals game at the end that didn't count. He won 11 games. And so I think the reality is, and I looked this up just because I was interested, 21 head coaches have won the Super Bowl. 21 in the entire Super Bowl era. There have only been 21. It feels like no matter what, if people have decided Kevin Stefanski's not a good head coach, they've decided Kevin Stefanski's not a good head coach no matter what actually happens. There's just enough proof that he's a really good head coach. He keeps locker rooms together through a lot of different things. His play calling is actually really, really good. But if you nitpick any play caller, they make mistakes at times or plays don't work out. But the reality is we can only judge that kind of on the back end. Because if it works out, then we're excited. And that's a great risk and all of that. You know, the reality is it's a really tough schedule. It's really backloaded, which I think seems like it's backloaded because of the late season hard knocks that they wanted all of the AFC North teams playing each other so they could have video of all that. The reality is it's a tough schedule. It should be a tough schedule. And they still have to deal with Patrick Mahomes when they make the playoffs, if they make the playoffs. Anything more than making the playoffs and winning a game or so is a good season at this point in time. I've compared Patrick Mahomes to Michael Jordan. Those Cavs teams were great. Unfortunately, so was Charles Barkley, Karl Malone. All those guys just wasn't enough. And so, again, if you don't like Stefanski, you don't think he's a good coach, probably unless he wins a Super Bowl, you're never going to think he's a good head coach.